Hey guys, how's it going? Another This Might Hurt for your viewing pleasure today. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Weird. I'm just going to sage a little bit if I can get this lighter to light. Yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. How is your weekend going? Mine is going pretty well. I got to sleep late. That was always nice. And watched a movie this morning, which is something I don't normally do until the evening time, but you know, it's a thing. Yeah, I've been trying to watch this movie Nefarious for quite some time. One of my clients has suggested it. And if you haven't seen it, yeah, it was a good movie. I had a friend tell me one time, a long time ago, that sorry, I'm just going to move this a little bit. There we go. Every movie you see is 50% true. And that Hollywood was designed to desensitize us to information that is too out there, I guess, for us to accept all at once. So take that as you will, take it or leave it. I don't know if I believe it or not. It's just something someone told me once upon a time. Figured maybe I'd share it with you. There are certain things that I believe are true that are depicted in Hollywood that people don't necessarily believe, right? But that's just my belief system. Doesn't have to be yours. All right, let's get the current energy of today. Current energies for today. This new deck is kind of sticky today, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's some humidity in the air. I don't know. All right. Two of Wands. So this is a decision. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Twos are about choices. And she's sitting on the car with the map, right? And she's just kind of contemplating where it is she wants to go. The Ace of Wands would be that new idea of maybe I need to do something else. The two is contemplating those decisions of which way do you want to go. A fork in the road, if you will. So this might mean about a job. Could mean about relationships, could mean about, I don't know, anything. It could mean about, do I want to eat apple or orange today? We're still in that same color scheme of the creative and strength portions of our chakras. There's a little more red hue to this today. To me, tells me a little bit more about your safety, but still trying to be creative and strong in those lower three chakras. Excuse me. And I feel like this is travel in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're thinking about moving. Maybe you're, I don't know, thinking about taking a trip somewhere. I actually was thinking about taking a trip to Sedona soon because I had not been there in a long time. And I used to go every so often. But that's a trip I always take by myself. And if you notice, she is by herself, right? And the two wands, I guess, are depicted by the trees. One is much shorter than the other. So one decision might be something really new. One decision might be staying somewhere where you feel comfortable and safe. Comfortable and safe are not necessarily the words that I would use as interchangeable, because safe in my line of work, in my belief system, simply means familiar. Doesn't necessarily mean safe, right? So then we get the Nine of Wands, and this is thinking about those things, right? And maybe that's the whole safety thing, right? Am I feeling like I want to choose what I've always had because it's familiar, and that's what my subconscious mind, or as I like to call it, the woolly mammoth, deems safe? Or do I want to try something new, right? What is this? It's writing the next page of your story. And I do feel like always the Nine of Wands for me is always about boundaries. So that's that. But what boundaries are you setting for yourself? I ask my clients this all the time. We always talk about boundaries for how we're going to set them for other people, but how do we set them for ourselves? How do we not overstep on other people when they don't know how to set boundaries? That's a question I'd like to ask. 2, the world, completion of a cycle. We're going to, whatever decision we make, it's going to lead to the completion of a cycle. So I like this depiction, right? It's the wolves and the men, people, humans, I guess, divine feminine, divine masculine, speaking your truth, but knowing and be discerning when to keep your mouth shut, right? That's all part of the ending of cycles. So the world being maybe a life lesson. World can also mean travel too, and when we put them together, it's very possible that we are looking at some sort of travel, or maybe the ending of a trip, or something that has already happened that needs to end. Again, we're still in the same color schemes. If you notice, like I said, a little more red, over here when we're talking about the boundaries and keeping ourselves safe. Safe as in safe and not familiar, right? We have to really make sure that we're not using those interchangeably, because safe is very seldom familiar, right? What we're familiar with, what we're used to, are the things that are not safe. And when we encounter something safe, it tends to feel uncomfortable and feel like it's wrong or not safe or all the things, right? And I've been thinking a lot this morning about this movie I saw. Not the one that I saw this morning, but this movie, what was it called? The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And we accept the love we think we deserve. And sometimes, guys, you're going to offer a level of love that people don't think they deserve. And so they can't accept it. That's okay, because they don't deem it familiar or safe, if you will. Not that it's not safe, but you know the drill. All right, 3 of Cups in the reverse. So getting away from that community, right? Going by yourself maybe for a little bit, trying to figure out, is this the community that is right for me at this time, right? And that, again, that doesn't mean that things can't leave and come back when the frequency's matching up, but maybe the frequencies are kind of not completely dead on matching anymore, right? And yeah, I don't know. This could be, I'm just looking it up real quick because I want to make sure I'm reading it right. But this is gossip, an affair, too much partying, no support. I don't know. I think it's moving away from a community. I kind of disagree with the looked up definition there. I'm going to stick with what came to me intuitively, and that is the communities have to change, right? We may have to walk away from what used to be our community and find a new one, which brings us to the Fool, right? Which is literally starting a new cycle. So we've got the World and the Fool and the leaving of community, making a big decision and holding those boundaries. Do I need to give you advice on this one? I mean, really, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I am going to look at the bottom of the deck and see what we don't see coming. And that is the King of Swords in reverse. So with the King of Swords, we got him in the upright a couple days ago, but in the reverse, he's more like a bully, I guess. Maybe corrupt. Maybe we're talking about unethical. Something that we don't see coming. Somebody somewhere is I'm going to do it. Somebody somewhere is being nefarious. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure that you are looking before you leap, if you will. Make sure that the decisions that you're making are right for you. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I don't think it hurt too much. Take care.